Black man wrongly imprisoned for decades, declared innocent of murder. More after this. Hello everyone and welcome back to AFG's Point of View, where I give you my analysis on the most popular topics in the world today. In today's video, we have a black man that was wrongly imprisoned for decades. Decade after decade after decade. Before I dive into the details of the video, if you're new here, welcome. Welcome to AFG's Point of View. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button as well. Bring more awesome, loving, and wonderful people over, similar to yourself. I'm on normal subscribers. Thanks for coming back. I'm diving in. A California man who was wrongly imprisoned for decades has been officially declared innocent of a murder he never committed. Maurice Hastings, who spent 38 years wrongly jailed, was freed from prison last year after DNA evidence pointed to a different suspect in the kidnapping and murder of an Englewood woman, Roberta Weidemeyer. 38 years, y'all, wrongly imprisoned. Wow. Though his murder conviction was vacated, prosecutors and Hastings lawyers requested Judge William C. Ryan go further and declare him innocent of Weidermeyer's killing. That is important. On Wednesday, March 1st, the judge officially declared that Hastings was factually innocent, proving that the evidence conclusively found Hastings did not commit the crime. It means a lot. I'm grateful for the judge's ruling and the apologies. Everything has been wonderful today, Hastings said. Following the hearing, I'm ready to move on with my life. I'm a happy man today. Hastings survived a nightmare, District Attorney George Gisson said, noting that the ruling could pave the way for him to seek relief in connection with his wrongful conviction. He nearly spent 4 decades. 10 years is considered a decade. He spent 4 of them behind bars. Mr. Hastings has remained steadfast and faithful that one day he would hear a judge proclaim his innocence. All right, so I'm going to give you the reason why they chose him as the actual murderer. According to the reports, Weidemeyer went on a late night run to an Englewood market in 1983 and never came home. As if they were trying to find her, Weidemeyer's husband, Billy Ray, and friend, George Pinson, located her car following the vehicle as it was being stolen. During the pursuit, the suspect opened fire, wounding the husband. Police say the suspect robbed the woman, sexually assaulted her, then shot her in the back of the head before stealing her vehicle. Wow. Okay, so it's a little more to go with the story. I'll leave the link in the description of the entire story, and I'll let you read at your own leisure. You can do a little more research if you like. I'm just going to dive in right here because this is crazy. Okay, imagine you out and about, you doing something that you may love to do, something that you may need to do, something that you was called to do, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? You're just out and about. Okay? Someone gets murdered. They pick you up and bring you in. They bring you in, and now you're a major suspect in a murder case. Okay? You may not have been in the area. You may not have been around there, but because they were looking for someone that fit a particular description, you happen to be the one that matches the description. Now, people get mistakes. They make mistakes all the time. They make mistakes all the time. Things like this happen quite often, okay? The cops always say you fit the description. Whatever the description is you got in your head, you happen to fit it. So now you're in jail and you're thinking to yourself, you know that you didn't do this. A year go by, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. No one say anything. You just in prison. They're not bringing up your case to anything. They just whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you may have family. You may have said that you were innocent and you have family members that you were talking to, and you may say, you know what, I'm innocent. I didn't do this. I didn't do this. I didn't do this. And they decide, you know what, we're going to reopen the case and we're going to check it out. I'm not sure how all this stuff works, you know what I'm saying, because I'm not into forensics. I'm not, you know, I don't do all the scientific things or whatever. But how they found the new DNA for this man and to imprison someone else kind of got me thinking like, well, one, before I go any further, technology is different from 1983. Now it's 2023. A lot of technology and and a lot of advancements in forensics has come about throughout that 40 years. So this benefits Mr. Hastings. It doesn't benefit the person that actually did it, because now a crime that you committed that you got over 40 years, now it came back up to you and bite you. You know what I'm saying? I had a cousin that actually went out, did something in the past, though he got away with it. They caught up to him. He got, in prison, and that's how it happens. I've seen it from both angles. You know what I'm saying? So police makes mistakes. Detectives make mistakes. We all make mistakes. We're only human. You know what I'm saying? But for something like this, okay, for this gentleman to be in prison for 38 years, I feel like it should be a law. You know what I'm saying? It should be a law to the point where if I'm wrongfully in prison, every year that I'm wrongfully in prison, I get $1 million, period. And you know if ands or buts about it. I promise you, this whole 40-year sentence, you're not going to just be sitting there and wrongfully imprisoning people and then they getting out. You know what I'm saying? And now they become millionaires. Like, the city is not going for that. You see a lot of police officers that, kind of beat up on some black folks, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's not right. And they know they're not right. And in a lot of situations where they get beat up, shot, killed, they're going, families fighting, now they end up, hey, listen, we're going to give you the bag so you can wipe it away. You know what I'm saying? I understand you don't have your loved one, but guess what? They go 10 million. You know what I'm saying? That's how we feel about it. You know what I'm saying? And the city really don't have that kind of money to be giving out. Now, they give it out because they made a mistake and they was wrong and they had to fix the wrong and make it a right. Now, you can't make it a right, okay, just by giving someone money. You got to make it right by bringing the person back. But none of us on this planet can bring someone back once they're gone, okay? If we could do that, we all probably would have done it numerous times. We'd have brought loved ones back that we had, you know what I'm saying, that died or whatever. So they can't do it. I feel like if they implement something like this, a monetary value for every wrongful year that you've been in prison, it'll slow down all this wrongful, it fits the description. No, it don't fit the description. What you need to do is you need to fix the system and make sure it's right. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't keep sitting there throwing people in prison, you know what I'm saying, just because they look alike. You know what I'm saying? They think they look alike. Everybody always say all black folks look alike. We don't. We definitely don't, okay? So, you can't use that as an excuse. You know what I mean? You got to do your due diligence and make sure you get the right individual doing that particular crime. It doesn't happen like that all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give a shout out to my man, Mr. Hastings. I'm going to say, listen, bro, salute. You know what I mean? For you to keep the faith that long and, just be grateful that you out. Listen, I get it. I get it, bro. You know what I'm saying? You want to do all the right things. You know what I'm saying? Now, he needs to get paid. Sorry, he just needs to get paid. Because the state of California did my man dirty. You know what I'm saying? And something that happened ain't have nothing to do with him. You know what I mean? Now, they got the right person. you know, but you picked the wrong person in the beginning. So yes, they made it right. Daniel had to live his whole life in prison. Okay, he probably was in prison longer than he was on Earth, you know, out free. You know what I mean? So there's a situation where I'm glad he's out. I'm glad he got his freedom. I'm glad he's cool and he's grateful for everything. Now pay the man, pay that man, pay him straight up and down. You know what I'm saying? You need to get that man $50 million. You know what I'm saying? He's been in prison for damn near 4 decades. Okay, and for him to be so grateful, give him an extra $10 million. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you should get $1 million for every year that you was in there. Not that it's gonna make it right, but listen, that man lost his whole adult life being in prison, and it wasn't even his fault. This has to change, folks. This has to change. But with that being said, if you like what you've heard, please don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the like button as well to bring more awesome, loving, and wonderful people over, similar to yourself. On my normal subscribers, thanks for coming back. On my new subscribers, thanks for joining AB's POV. Stick around for the ride. Do me another favor. Visit me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, where I have a slew full of videos, skits, different things that come up. So just give me a follow, give me a like, and give me a heart, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And it's going for this ride, you know what I'm saying? We all want to enjoy it. It's all going to be a fun time. So I love every single one of y'all. I thank y'all for coming out. Share this video and let everyone know about how this man was wrongfully convicted, and how do you feel about him getting that $1 million every year. It's not written in stone. That's Abe G saying that that's what he need to get, $1 million a year for every wrongful conviction. So with that being said, I love every single one of y'all, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.